Good evening, everyone. I am Rima Kumari, a HR Associate and ECR Coordinator of SKNG. Today we are having CS Bharat Sharma as a guest speaker. So kindly sir, introduce yourself first.
Good evening, everyone. This is CA Bharat Sharma. I am a chartered accountant by profession, and apart from being a chartered accountant, I've also done MBA from Symbiosis and currently pursuing PhD from Dr. Bhimrao University, Agra. And I've been practicing for last 9 years for now. And apart from that, I have also owner and director in one of the preschools in Agra, which is by the name of Hello Kids Masterminds. And apart from that, I deliver lectures and seminar in various universities and forums such as ICAI, ICSI, MSME, Government of India, etc. And it's my pleasure to be a part of this conversation.
Okay, I am Puja Kumari, HR Associates and OD Coordinator of SK Associates and Group.
Hi, Pooja.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So, what would like to discuss or ask from me regarding the profession or regarding any of your queries?
No. Asking about for former consultant.
Asking about
Former former consultant.
former consultant. Okay. So, as I am a chartered
Wait,
accountant,
wait.
sorry.
First, introduce myself. I
Okay,
am Puja
moving
Kumari,
ahead.
HR.
Okay.
Okay, Rima, first introduce yourself.
Okay, moving ahead. The only things that stand between you and your dream is to will try and believe that is actually possible. It's a beautiful title by Joel Brown. So, with this quote, I would like to bring our talk show named Conversation with Consultants with episode 39 of our guest talk series. Good evening. I am Arima Kumari, an HR Associate and ECR Coordinator of SKNG.
And I am Puja Kumari, HR Associates and OD Coordinator of SK Associates and Group. We both are your host for today's talk show. Before we begin our talk show, let me briefly introduce SK Associates and Group. We are an ISO certified management consulting firm registered under the MSMEG Act 2006 with the Government of India. Our mission is to provide consulting services to student entrepreneurs globally, covering areas such as compliance, operations, marketing, research and development, human capital strategy and operations. Our passions lies in helping these budding entrepreneurs bring their dreams to life and contribute to global economic growth.
Entrepreneurship is a catalyst for a change and innovation. It's a powerful force that can reshape industries, transform lives, and make the world a better place. We are committed to supporting student entrepreneurs on their journey, equipping them with the tools, knowledge, and networks they need to succeed.
Okay.
Now, before we begin our show, let's take a moment to introduce our guest for today. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome CA Bharat Sharma, former consultant, to this special event. We are truly honored by your presence today, and we are thrilled to have you share this momentous occasion with you. We would like to start this interview with our first question for you. And your first question is, what inspired you to pursue a career in consulting?
As I am a chartered accountant, so once I completed my chartered accountancy course, there were two options for me, either to go for a job or to go for my own practice as a consultant. So when I was deciding between the two options, so I saw the merits in consultancy that I can deal with a lot of clients and use my knowledge which I have gained in CA profession for the betterment of many clients and to help them in growing their business, whether it's GST litigation or income tax or MSME registrations and lot of compliances. So I don't wanted. I initially worked in Ernst and Young EY, which was a big four consultancy firm. But then I was not satisfied with the kind of work that I was given, and it was very particular in one field, and I was not utilizing my capabilities as a chartered accountant to the fullest. I felt that, so I decided that I'll be starting my own consultancy. And for last 9 year I've been doing this consultancy in Agra and nearby regions, and I'm fully satisfied with it, and it helps me to know a bit more about businesses and to deal on one-to-one basis with the budding entrepreneurs and clients.
Okay. Your next question is, how did your consulting experience shape your perspective on business strategy?
Yes, so as I was saying that when I started as a consultant, I met with lot of businessmen and lot of budding entrepreneurs, and dealing in with them and being a part of the business, I learned a lot of things, such as how to manage the staff or how to manage the finances. Because as a consultant, as a chartered accountant, we are a very small part of a business. There are a lot of other things which needs to be done and which we needs to be managed in a business. So I felt that with dealing with lot of clients in the span of 9 years, ranging from hospitality industry to footwear industries, shoes industries, I gained a lot of knowledge and my perspective changed in a way that having your own consultancy is also a business in which you have to take part of, you have to take care a lot of segments such as staff, finances, dealing with clients, getting the account receivables, getting the billings, and managing the PR and advertisement. So dealing with all those clients in the past 9 years, my perspective changed and I realized that even practice and consultancy is also a business, and you need to run it like a business and find the right team to manage the different parts, as you cannot do everything on your own alone. So that's what I learned and my perspective changed in that way.
Okay, moving at the next question. What were the biggest challenges you faced as a consultant?
Biggest challenges one face as a consultant are, first, getting the clients to trust you, that you can get the job done, you can deliver the task that is given to you. That is one challenge. Apart from that, getting the right fees for your work is another big challenge that one faces when they start as a consultant, because firstly you don't know what fees to be quoted to a client, and then getting that fees which is being charged by experienced consultants, and getting that same amount of fees as a newcomer is a bit challenging. So that is another challenge which we face. Then thirdly, you are if you are new to an industry, let's say as I was 9 years back when I started my CA practice journey, I was very new, so I didn't know a lot of things and lot of licensing work, which how it operates. But once you get hold of the things and once you start, experience makes you better, practice makes you perfect. So that is what all those 9 years make me realize that uh, do you have to grow and you have to do things as per the standard performers, as per the standard practices, and while doing that you can make them better on their own by having the right attitude towards the working. And every good thing takes time, so even a good consultancy business takes time to get clients, to get revenue, to have the team, to find the right team, to make clients trust you and believe you.
Okay. Your next question is, can you share a memorable project that had a significant impact on your career?
Yes. So I was there was this trust, one trust in which I was supposed to get the 12 AA and ATG registration. So that work needs to be done from Income Tax Office, Lucknow, and getting that registration is pretty tough, and not lot of young CAs were able to do it back then. Only the experienced chartered accountants were doing this registration work, because it is very tedious and you have to make a lot of paperwork. So when I was able to perform that task and get that registration of 12 AA and ATG for my client, and finally my client gave me the fees check, I was very thrilled about that, because it was something which I believe at that time not many young CAs were doing it, and I was able to acquire the work and deliver the work, which made me realize that there is future in this profession, then there is future in the consultancy business. You just need to stick, and you just need to try things which others might not be able to try or are not trying because of the newness of things.
Okay. How do you approach problem solving for clients with complex issue?
See, there is always, you can always consult if you are in a local practice, like I am practicing in Agra and area around such as Delhi NCR. So you can always consult your seniors regarding any problem, and then there are a lot of mediums like internet, books, and other material available which we can uh, which we can use and take help of in solving that problem. And ultimately, if you are sincere enough, if you keep digging, then you are able to find solution to each and every problem. It's not like there is this problem which is so complex, it can only be handled or managed by experienced people. Anyone can do it. You just need to have the right attitude, and you just need to keep pursuing it. It might take time. Initially it will take 6 months, but then again when same problem will come, you will only take 3 months, and then once you'll getting better in it, it will start taking lesser time. So advice from seniors, materials, internet, books, and previous case studies, and talking to experienced personals regarding it makes those problem solving a bit easier.
What is the most important skill a consultant should have?
uh, like I answered the previous question, problem solving capability is one of the most important thing a consultant should have. Perseverance is one thing that you need to have if you want to succeed in consultancy business. And getting to know your clients, having that inquisitiveness in you, that I need to know the business of my client. That only after knowing that, then only I can help that person or help that particular business to grow or to succeed or to get the finance or whatever the need is. So getting to know the business of the client is another main criteria which one good consultant should have. Apart from that, doing lot of research, R&D is really important if you want to succeed in consultancy business, because your only service that you are able to provide, it starts from your knowledge, the knowledge you have of the base material. So if you don't have the GST knowledge, you cannot give GST consultancy to your clients. If you don't have the income tax or company ROC knowledge, you cannot give consultancy regarding the same topic. Okay, and you cannot get the task done in that particular field. So having the knowledge of the basic act or basic material is one thing. Then you need to have very good connects. If you have good connections, good licensing capabilities, then it really helps you to grow your consultancy business, because I genuinely believe that as an introvert you cannot have a good consultancy business. You need to be an extrovert. You need to go out and meet a lot of people, make a lot of connection. Then only your consultancy business can thrive.
Okay, moving ahead, next question. How do you manage client expectation and maintain a strong relationship?
Managing client expectation is done by giving them consistently good services, because if you and having the right attitude and being there for them whenever any particular problem comes, or whenever whenever they are stuck and they need your help, in those cases, if you are able to deliver and if you are able to help them out of that fix, then definitely you are going to have good and long standing connection with your clients. And apart from that, managing expectation is being very transparent to your client that this is my work area, this is my expertise and field of specialization. So if you are going to require services in that, then surely I can help you. And if you require some other services, you should not overburden yourself with the work. You should always delegate the work to specialized people who are doing work in that specific particular field. In consultancy, you should not be try to be a jack of all trades. You should be the master of particular specializations, so that once your client approaches you, he knows what field of specialization you belong to.
Okay. Moving ahead, your next question is, what was the most valuable lesson you learned during your consulting years?
Most valuable lessons that I learned during my consult. Most valuable lesson I learned is that uh, getting after getting the clients and after getting the work done, it is very important to uh, it may sound cliche, but you need to collect your revenue from client also on timely basis, because as a consultant sometimes we just keep providing services. We are so busy in getting the compliances done for the clients that we often forget ourselves that uh, we need to get the revenue for our team, and we need to get the fees recovered from clients. Otherwise they'll be they start they might 1 or 2% of them, they might start taking you for granted. So that is one lesson that I learned. Second is second lesson one second important lesson that I learned from having the consultancy business for last 9 years is you need to have good skills even in marketing yourself and advertising yourself, because you are not going to get the work from by sitting in your home. You need to go out and meet people and demonstrate your skills, uh, take seminars, take whatever platform you are given, take advantage of that, and so that a lot of people can come to know that okay, that person is of any value to us, or it might that person might be of value to us in the future, and they get connected to you. So that is another important lesson that I learned.
Okay, how did you balance the need for innovative ideas with the practical constraint of the client's goal?
Yes, so there's this thing that if you try, you should always be innovative in your approach towards the client. That you don't have to you have to tell them that there are a lot of technological advances which can be used to get the work done, You don't have to use the traditional practices. You don't have to use the traditional methods all the time to get the work done. So as far as innovative advances are there, you need to be very upfront it regarding that with the client. But at the same time, we need to understand that each client is different, and each client cannot afford that level of technological advances, of that level of innovation. So you need to segmentify your client. You need to divide your client in different segments, and then you need to cater to each and every segment as per their requirement and as per their resources, that whether they have resources to implement those innovative ideas or advancement or technology, or whether they are uh, satisfied with the existing set of schemes, and they are comfortable with existing set of schemes, and then uh, they are getting the work done. And they are, because at the end of the day, if you suggest something or you insist on something which they are not able to comply with because of the lack of resources or because of any other reasons, then they'll think that they might need to switch associates, or they need to get better associates who can understand their needs. So you need to have a balance of both, and you need to segmentify your client, divide your client in different segments based on their sources and skills.
Okay, it sounds good. And next question here. What role does teamwork play in a successful consulting project?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
What role does teamwork play in a successful consulting project?
What role does scene workplace? Which
Teamwork.
workplace? Which workplace?
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Okay. Yes. So definitely, you cannot run a successful consultancy business or successful practice without having a very good team. I am working with my team. With there have been few additions, but I've been working with a lot of my teammates for last 9 years only, since I've been practicing, and still they are with me. So having a good team member or having good teammates is essential, the most important part of getting the of running a successful consultancy business. Because you need to know, as said earlier, that you cannot do everything on your own. You need to have skilled people working with you, and you need to demonstrate leadership skills, that we can all go ahead and we can all work towards in getting more clients, better clients. So that and that is the most of paramount importance of having a good team. If you don't have a good team, ultimately, even if you'll get the client, you lose the work. You'll not be able to get the work done. The work will get transferred to people who have more resources. So building a better team, building a team which can help you in getting the work done, in getting the work also, there are people who also help you in getting the work. Then accordingly, having a specialized team member for each work is very much important.
Okay, moving ahead, next question. How do you deal with resistance or pushback from client?
How do I deal with resistance?
Yeah.
Resistance regarding what?
How do you deal with resistance or pushback from clients?
Okay. So, as I said, that you need to understand your client, and you cannot be very stringent or very particular that clients need to work in that particular way. Client will work in their own way. You will have to adjust, and you will have to support them uh, as per their needs and as per what they expect from you, rather imposing what you expect from them. You should understand what they expect from you and work accordingly and deliver work accordingly. Yes, Faiz, what do you want to ask? Please proceed.
First of all, very good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, actually, I as I am planning to do a startup of my own, but I am quite confused because my brother says that only the elite peoples who are from very noble family are having opportunities. So you'll fail in business. And but and whenever I see when I am doing internship from SK Associates and Group. So recently the students also showed their PPTs, and they just showed that mostly the startups are now on tech, means they are either fintech or any technological startup. And I was planning, sir, something about away from this. I was thinking of doing any conventional startup such as a bakery or something, because so that I can support common people. But I am quite confused how should I approach that. And you are from Agra. I know there are lot of shoe factories are there in Kanpur also. So I feel you can answer my question. So sir, please, if it is possible for you, what should I do?
Yes, definitely, Faiz. I'll answer your query in my own capability. Firstly, like I told you that I am also having a small startup preschool business. Okay, so which I am also running side by side, and it's also doing pretty good. I started it last year. It's a small preschool having four classes, uh, which is pre-nursery, nursery, LKG, UKG, and it is currently having 65 students. And so the query which you raised is how to uh, start a business. So basically, whether you want to use a word such as startup, or whether you want to use a word as a small business or new business, it doesn't matter. You can always start a business, whether it's in a bakery section or whether it's in a food outlet, or whether it's a QSR, or whether it's a cafe or shoe industry. You can start any business, and currently, uh, looking at the trend, you don't even need to invest a lot of capital. You just need to have a right amount of knowledge in that particular field, and you should be able to willing to take risk. And if you are able to do that, having knowledge and take capability to take risk, then you should definitely start your business. Because let me tell you, there is nothing better than having your own business, having your own startup. And whether you a startup is a word which has been coined in last 4 or 5 years. So use uh, before that there was the word used is only business. So you should not focus whether I am a startup or I'm not a startup. Any new business is startup. Okay, once you reach to that particular level that you are able to secure funding for yourself, then people start recognizing you as a startup. If you have seen Shark Tank, there are a lot of startups which are not particularly in technology. There are food startups, there are bakery item startups, then there are a lot of clothes startup, fashion startups. So it's not particular that you need to have a technological relation to that particular business. What you need is the thorough knowledge of that particular field, then finding the right people to start the business, and then uh, like SK Associates, peer mentors like SK Associates and Group, who can help you in achieving your dreams and goals. So you can, if you have the taking capability, and you have the urge of starting your business, then you should definitely go ahead with it. And you should not worry about whether what society says, and whether it is being started by elite group of people. Because even Dhirubhai Ambani was a very humble person when he started the Reliance group. So it's not like only the topmost elite most class of people are able to start their businesses. You need to have knowledge of a business, and if you have knowledge of business, it doesn't depend to which state of society you belong. You can always jump up the ladder and start business.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem.
Your next question is, what are the common mistakes business make the consultants help correct?
First and most importantly is the compliance part, which some businesses think that they can do themselves. They can try, they try and manage the GST compliance, ROC compliance. They mess things up, then they only consult the consultants. They only reach out to consultant only when they make some mess of those situations, of those compliances, and when there are huge penalties involved, only then they contact the consultant, which should not be the case. You should start your business only with the with having one right consultant by your side who can guide you in all the compliance and other related fields, and can help you so that that compliance part is burden is off you, and you can manage your business well. Because if you try to manage even the compliance part, what happens is you lose hold of the more important things which are particular in business. So what I suggest is that is one of the most important misconception that most of the new businesses have, and which consultants are able to rectify is the compliance part.
Okay, moving ahead, next question. Can you discuss the importance of data driven decision making in consulting?
Yes, like any other business, even for consultancy business, data is the most important. uh, Data is the key for any business, because because if you want to get the get clients, get more clients and get more business for your consultancy firm, then you need to have the right data. You need to know which audience I target, which area I target, and accordingly, if you have the right data with you, then only you can reach out to people and tell them that I provide such services, I provide this and this services, and they can contact you in that case.
Okay. So next question is, what's the best advice you could give to someone considering a career in consulting?
The best advice I can give is, if you want to start your consultancy business, first brush up your knowledge, yeah, gain experiences in under good mentors who have the knowledge of those particular fields, be it GST, income tax, ROC compliance, and MSME registrations, finances, MSME loans, mudra loans. So work under those specialists or and those consultants and mentors before driving having your own practice. And once you are having those particular set of skills and knowledge which you think you should have to deliver the work to the client, then only you should start with it. And you should not start it from the first day. First you need to have good internships under various mentors and consultants. There is this one advice. Apart from that, second advice would be to stick with the consultancy business. If you have started it, you should not abandon it thinking that within 1 year or 2 year I'm not getting the right revenue, I'm not you know lot of turnover or revenue from this particular business, then I should abandon it and should start something else. You should stick with it and should have conviction in your destiny, that if I'll work hard, if I'll keep moving in the right direction, then my consultancy business would be prosperous.
Okay, your next question is, how did you handle working with clients from different industries or background?
Uh, like I said, I whenever any new client from any new industry or field approached me, first I tried and try that I should understand their business and should have the thorough knowledge of what they do and how they do it, and then only I would be able to help them. So, and also I hired a lot of experts If I am doing a lot of work in shoe industry, then I hired an accountant who has a very good knowledge in shoe accountancy. If I am doing a lot of exports work, then I hired an accountant or a personnel who has a knowledge of export business. So that is another thing you need to have, is right good people with you in a team.
Okay. Your next question is, how do you approach clients' communication, especially in high pressure situations?
See, communication with client is of paramount importance, because you need to communicate to client at each and every level that what work is being done, what is supposed to be done, when are the deadlines are going to, and especially in consultancy business, there are a lot of deadlines like GST, income tax. There is this GST annual return timeline deadline, which is 31st December, which is also approaching us. And so we all of our team is working really hard, and that's why also I was a bit late to this interview, because even on Christmas, all of our office members and team members were working towards the GSTR 9 GSTR annual filing. So communicating to the client that the particular deadline is coming, and they need to share data with them, with you, for filing their particular GST return or income tax return, is very important. Because if you not communicate to them timely, and you will not get the data, and suppose that deadline is crossed, then the client will held you responsible for all the penalties or all the damages that he is going to suffer. So it is very important to communicate with client at each and every level, be it whether when we are getting the work or doing the work or delivering the work, and especially also at the time of fees finalization, whether when you are discussing whether what amount you are going to charge to the client, and how much time you are going to take to deliver the work. So client communication is of paramount importance, and especially in such situations such as deadlines, and at the time of deadlines, or at the time of deliverables.
Okay, moving ahead, next question. How did you maintain a work life balance while traveling eventually for consulting assignment?
See, if as we are consultants, and as we if you are able to have a good team, then there is I think there is no problem when you are traveling, or when you are not in the office, because your team can manage a lot of work. And if there is something in particular which you think the client needs to discuss with you only, then there are always lot of mediums such as Google Meet, Zoom meetings, and phone call messages, through which we can communicate with the client. So and especially in consultancy with business, you need to be very much aware of the work life balance, because what starts happening when you reach at a particular stage after 9 or 10 years, then clients expect you to be available for them at each and every time, be it at 10 in the night or 6 in the morning. And you need to communicate very clearly that these are the office timings, and I'll be available in the office timings only, except for emergency situations, when I'll be able to pick your phone when there are like really drastic or emergency situations. Apart from that, you need to communicate with me, and you need to get your work done in the office hours only, so that they respect your work boundaries and personal boundaries, and you don't feel burnt up, or you don't feel exhausted or overworked. That's fine.
Your next question is, how did you stay up to date with industry trends and emerging technologies in your consulting career?
So we attend a lot of seminars, and we do a lot of research, and we get a lot of material in the form of books and e-journals, which we read on regular basis. And we have regular discussion with other consultants, other professionals, chartered accountants, company secretaries. So being up to date is the most important factor of a consulting business. And for that you need to be very much aware of the current updates, and for that you need to attend these seminars, uh, having discussions with the other professionals, getting regular e-generals or books, lot of books, different amendments in acts. We have to study them also on regular basis. So yes, this is how we remain up to date regarding our knowledge for consultancy.
Okay. How did consulting influence your understanding of leadership and management?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
How did consulting influence your understanding of leadership and management?
See, as a consultant, we are very much aware that who is in charge of the business and who is, like a sleeping partner, or who, or whether that particular person is skilled enough to be the leader or not. So because we consult a lot of business, we meet the good people, we meet the average people, and we meet the not so great people in their particular fields. So after having communication and after communicating with a lot of such different variety of leaders and different variety of businessmen, we often are very much we have a perspective regarding leadership which is very clear, that if you love your business and if you are consistently providing the good services or delivering the good products, then you are a good leader. And then we also as a consultant uh, behave and work accordingly for that particular client. And if we see that the leaders or the management itself is not very keen in having the good compliances or having the good leadership skills, then we also as a consultant, we try to inform them. But if we see there is no change in the attitude, or if they are not understanding the basic facts regarding their own business, then at some point we have to tell them that it's high time that whether either they should change a consultant or they should change their attitude towards their employee, and or they should change the leadership or management.
Okay, your next question is how important is client culture and values in shaping a consulting project success?
Client culture is very much important because if the client is not aware of the ethics or of the compliances, then he's not going to understand it, no matter how much calls or how much reminders you give them from your offices. If they are not themselves ready, and if they are themselves not aware of all the deadlines, then there is no way then they can provide you the data on timely basis for audit or for GST filing or income tax filing. So having a right culture is very much important, and as a consultant, it's a job to make them realize this thing, that okay, initially you are new, but now since you have been doing this business for such a long period of time, you need to have a good culture regarding the compliance, regarding the treatment of staff, regarding the uh, approach toward consultants, and regarding the approach towards your management and leadership. So culture is of paramount importance. Culture is the only thing which makes or breaks a business. Sometimes it is that much of importance.
Okay, how did you transition from consulting to your current role and what were the key learnings?
As I am consultant right now also, and currently I'm also a consultant. Apart from that, I've like started a preschool also. So my role hasn't changed much, and I am currently a consultant also. And yeah, I am, as I have like taken additional responsibility of having us preschool of my own. So for that, I make sure that I take out separate time to manage that business, to manage that startup or a small business of my own. And to in order to do that, uh, as my consultancy business is at certain specific level, it helps me that I can manage my time, and it helps me that I have a good team who can manage the consultancy business when I am not around sometimes for my other business of school. So in that way, yes, as having an experience definitely teaches you how to manage multiple things at the same time. Okay, Rima, Pooja, I would like to ask when we can wind this up, because I have to attend another meeting in like 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Moving ahead, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to CA Bharat Sharma, former consultant, for being our guest for today's conversation with consultant. Your presence and engagement helped to make it a success. Thank you for providing insight into your inspirational journey. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much. It was a nice and wonderful conversation, and I look forward to another such amazing interview with your team and with SK Associates and Group. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Further, we could also like to thank our audience for listening patiently throughout the event. Thank you for everyone for joining with us today and hope that everyone has gained some knowledge from this event. Looking ahead, we are excited to announce that our next episode 40 of Conversation with Consultants will be held next weekend with CS Tangirla Lalita Devi, Hyderabad chapter SIRC of ICSI. We hope to see you all there. Thank you again. We look forward to reconnecting with you next week. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us all social media handles. To stay connected with us, goodbye and have a great day ahead.
Thank you.